And it is time for one of my favorite segments on the show. Is we have an excellent life coach, life advice giver in Kindel here. And so we turn to some of the people who need advice the most, and that is the people of Yahoo Answers. So I've gone through, found some questions that desperately need answering. So the first one, Kindel, this comes from a user of Yahoo Answers. Is it legal to own a bobcat? Say I go hiking and just pick one up.
Well, good luck with that. That's my first answer.
That's what you do, right?
To
You're
that
out hiking
question.
and there's a bobcat, and you just take him home, put a leash on him and everything.
I'm just saying, my first response to this is, if you can go hiking and just pick up a bobcat, more power to you. Okay? But in all seriousness, if you don't get mauled, and you actually are able to capture this said cat, it really just depends on what state you live in.
Okay.
I actually looked it up, and there are state laws on exotic cats. So depending on where you live, some of them are banned. Several states have banned or partially banned large cats as actual pets.
Interesting. And I'm looking at, you've pulled up a map, and it's like color-coded by if there's a ban, a partial ban, or whatever, but it's all color-coded, and I'm mostly colorblind, so I'm having trouble making out which states, what the legality is in each state.
If you are from Texas, if you're living in Texas or Oklahoma, which is where we broadcast to, you actually have to get a license and permit to be able to own a large cat. So technically, you could, if you did not get mauled hiking, you could pick up a bobcat and bring it home, but there's a very long, lengthy process of getting approved for licensing and permits and stuff to actually own one. And I also found out that in Texas, tigers are the most popular of the exotic wild cats that people have licenses and permits for, yes.
Interesting. So I imagine the first test of getting your license to own an exotic cat is when you picked this up while hiking, did you get mauled? If the answer is yes, then no, you're not ready to own this. But if you are a bobcat whisperer and it was happy and purring when you took it home, okay, we can move on to the paperwork section.
Probably
Awesome.
Something like that.
If you could own an exotic cat, what would you choose?
I'll be really honest. I love tigers.
Tigers?
I've always really liked tigers. I like white tigers.
I was good. White tiger.
But I like any tiger, honestly. Bengal tigers and white tigers. They're both amazingly my favorite.
What do you think it would take for the official Power FM office pet to be a white tiger? And we could just keep him in the conference room?
How cool would that be?
That would be so awesome.
Oh, that would be sweet.
We're going to have to raise an extra like $30,000 at Share-a-thon just for this. You know, as a non-commercial radio station and as a public radio station, you have to provide services to the community. You have to be of benefit to your listening area. And so that's why we do this segment where we give life advice to the people of Yahoo Answers.
Right, that's why. That's the reason right there.
That's the only reason. Because these people desperately need it. So I've got another question for you. This one's coming off Yahoo Answers. And the question is pretty simple. It's, what is my Yahoo password?
That's a trick question, right?
That's a serious question.
A trick question. Like, I feel like the person that asked this question is really secretly, they're not dumb. Because I know your first response, or my first response, is to think, man, this person is dumb. No, this person's really smart because they're waiting for someone to actually answer them. And then that's how they're going to find out who hacked in to the Yahoo servers. You know what I mean?
That's really smart.
Because they had the hackers not long ago that hacked into all these different social media things and email and stuff, all that when it went down, right?
Yeah, the Heartbleed.
Yes, this is how those get weeded out.
It's a sting operation.
Props to you, Yahoo question asker. But unfortunately, I'm not the hacker, so I don't have the answer for you.
Did you try password 123?
Don't know what your Yahoo password is. But if it is something that contains your name or any dates related to you, go ahead and just change that.
Yes.
That's all I have to say.
Well, I'm going to go change my Twitter password from TaylorIsAwesome123 into something a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. I'm going to be checking back on these answers and see if we can trap anybody.
I like the idea that, the people who figured out how to exploit this Heartbleed bug would be caught by somebody on Yahoo asking what his password was.
Isn't that the way it always goes, though? We read all these stories about these, thieves and robbers that are they're smart enough to get into the building, but not smart enough to get out without getting caught.
It's the perfect crime until you write your bank robbery note on the back of your own deposit slip.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I love it. That is life advice for the people of Yahoo Answers. If you need some life advice, just know that it's not going to be serious. It's going to be a bit like this. You can always email Kindel at kvrk.com.
I gave a serious answer. It could seriously trap somebody. And the last time, I told you, I looked up information on the state laws of owning wild cats.
She did do some research on this one, so at the very least, it will be well-researched sarcasm. Thank you for your public service, Kindel.
You're very welcome.
Dallas-Fort Worth is a better area because of you.